Yo, what's going on, fellas? Kicking off another day here of winning bets with Jason, of course, giving you guys some free sports picks every day. You guys got your coffee, got your juice, maybe you got a bagel over there. Let's settle on into some sports betting. What a great Thursday, the equinox of sports they're calling it. We've got some NHL, NBA, MLB, and NFL all in action today. Let's not also forget about tennis and also some Premier League in action today. So what a great day to be a sports fan. Again, guys, thank you guys for kicking off a morning with me here. Let's go ahead and just jump on into that recap from yesterday, and then we'll see what we've got cooking on today's show. Yesterday's recap, man, so damn close to some profit. There were multiple times throughout the day yesterday where if one bet goes our way, that we can go ahead and pull in a profit. As it was, we went 4-5 instead of needing to go 5-4 to pull in some profit and down a little bit of money. It started off, though, with a nice cash there in tennis. Rune got the straight set victory, 2-0. So first set was in a tiebreaker, but then he took over in that second set. So easy winner right there for us. Newcastle on that money line. That one finished up 1-0. I predicted 2-0 on the NBC Sports Predictor app, so I was dialed into that match. And Newcastle pretty much handled business. I was not watching that game. I was watching Brentford against Chelsea. And Chelsea was the one where there was a couple opportunities, and this was certainly one of the ones where if it goes your way, it could be a different outcome. And Chelsea was right there. They had more of the chances. They had to weather the storm. Brentford came out the second half, and they were strong, like a lot of teams do that are on their home grounds. They come out to start a half generally strong. But Chelsea weathered that storm, and then they just needed a goal. And the best opportunity came in the first half. Broja missed an opportunity to square the ball to Mason Mount. Mason Mount would have had an easy tap in. Other than that, Chelsea had looks, they had possession, and just the finishing touch just wasn't quite there. So Chelsea dropped that one, and then Manchester United, Tottenham over 2.5 goals. There was a point in that game where it said United 3, Tottenham 0. Unfortunately, VAR, or not VAR, the linesman had it right. It was Bruno Fernandes was not significantly offsides, but like in the realm of soccer, he was significantly offsides. So that took a goal away from us. Just took United a little bit too long to get the first goal. Spurs came out with a midfield of 3. They were trying to hit United on the counter. So because they were playing their 3, midfielders right there, it was a little more compact and tight in the back end, and just took United a little while to break it down. Fred gets a goal off a deflection, and then Bruno hits a very nice goal. A very, very nice goal. Fell to him. A little fortunate falls to him, but he absolutely buried that one. So fell a little bit short right there. Real Madrid, though, in La Liga, under 4.5 goals. Shit, I'm trying to figure out the VAR official's address so I can send that man a gift basket. Holy hell, they had 3 goals disallowed due to VAR. We got lucky in that one to stay under 4.5 goals. Real won the game. I think it finished up 3-0. Yeah, because with the goals, it would have finished up 6-0 had VAR not helped us out, but it feels good. It felt damn good to get VAR to go your way. It seems like that always that's not the case, and it goes against us. It went with us right there. And then La Liga, the rest of the day, there were no cards to be speaking in La Liga. It was a bad day to be banking on cards in La Liga. Lecce, they needed 3 cards. They only got 1. And then our parlay where we took the under. Well, of course, the under hit because there were hardly any cards in all of La Liga yesterday. The over missed. And a really weird game to not have cards when there was 2 penalty kicks, 1 by each team, and that kind of style of play where you're getting penalties doesn't yield yellow cards. A bit unfortunate right there. And then our NBA teasers, we did hit one of the 2. We hit the 2 where we had 2 overs. We missed the under in the over parlay by on the hook. Holy hell, the under cash because that's what happens in the Pistons and the Magic games. Those 2 teams can't score worth shit. The over, though, we needed 224.5 points in the Rockets and Hawks, 117 to 107. That's a total of 224 and lose on the hook. So it felt like that was the opportunity, or maybe Chelsea money line. One of those 2 just go our way, and we could have pulled a profit, but it wasn't meant to be. Plenty of opportunities to make arbitrage money yesterday, all in the NBA. DraftKings love giving out these profit boosts, 33% profit boosts, and of course, we arbitrage them to make them in some free rolls. So good morning to everybody. Let's jump into today's action now. We got Fish wondering how DeAndre Hopkins is going to do on his first game back tonight. I look forward to talking about DeAndre Hopkins when we get to our NFL bets. Trying to crush today, Brian. Right there. I love it. Let's get it, DJ. Let's get it. You ought to just serve you up a full day of menu of sports and just, probably at work like the rest of us, but you can just sit back and get it done, my man. Nice. Welcome. Love to have you here. You bet no goals at plus 102. Great. I love to see that we both cashed it. Yeah, they weren't close to scoring against Real Madrid. We got to cash ourselves to an under 4.5 goals. Yours is at plus money, so a little bit better, obviously. But love to see it right there. Or not. Depends on what bet you got there, Lucas. I guess it depends on what bet you got there. But yeah, it would be nice to be entertained on a Thursday night. I agree with you right there. All right, with that being said, let's just jump right on into the bets. Let's get rid of that recap there. Let's go ahead and remind everybody. I gave you guys these Premier League picks yesterday. I was so damn excited to cash Premier League picks. I forgot that this bet was on Thursday. So this is the Leicester double chance. They're taking on Leeds at home at the King Power Stadium. And the other one there, Fulham versus Aston Villa. We just need over 1.5 goals. And you get that parlay at minus 124. That one starts earlier this afternoon. You guys already knew about that. Let's go ahead and keep it rolling with some hockeys. Not only do we get Kaprizov and McDavid, we get Kaprizov and McDavid on the same day. Remember, we're both 3-0 betting both of these guys. 3-0 to Kaprizov, 3-0 to McDavid. Don't ask for any goddamn analysis. The only analysis you need is just do that little jingle of your pockets. Yeah, that'll help you remember why we're tailing these guys. A little money in your pocket. What's the Kaprizov, though? Shots on goal parlay. We need to put that up. He's the typical, you always get Kaprizov at around even money, which I don't get it. We're 3-0. It's been nothing but 3+ money cashes, and the books continue to give it to us at plus money. We'll obviously continue to take it. McDavid, though, is the one you got to do something to get that juice down. We've got 3 random games: Canucks, Wild, Stars, Maple Leafs, and Kings, Penguins. We think both of those teams can score in all 3 of those games. That'll help bring our juice down there on Connor McDavid. So instead of minus 160, we roll with minus 110 there on Connor McDavid. Minus 110. That's how we'll do it in hockey tonight. Let's go ahead. What do we got now? We got NFL. I won't be betting the NBA like we did last night because there's only 2 games. We don't need to force it earlier in the action. So we'll just wait till Friday. There's a nice big slate. All right, let's talk some Thursday night football. Love talking some Thursday night football with you guys. Let's talk about this first one. This is the one that's going to, Fish is already asking about it. He's wondering how DeAndre Hopkins is going to do. Other people are excited about DeAndre Hopkins. And people are going to sleep on Zach Ertz. And this is the reason why people are going to sleep on Zach Ertz. One, people are going to mention DeAndre Hopkins is coming back, so they think that's going to steal some production away from Zach Ertz. And then the other thing people are talking about is how the Saints defend the tight end position. First, let's go ahead, though, and look at that DeAndre Hopkins piece. To say I'm not concerned about DeAndre Hopkins is probably like a big understatement. I am not concerned about DeAndre Hopkins. And the reason I'm not concerned about DeAndre Hopkins is his name is Marquise Brown. Marquise Brown is now out due to injury. This is the Marquise Brown that led the team with 64 targets. That's 13 more than the next guy. He had 43 receptions on the season. That's 8 more than the next guy. And of course, he's got more yards and everything to go along with that. So am I worried about DeAndre Hopkins coming back? No, because now there's no longer Marquise Brown. So Hopkins just fills in the production that Marquise Brown was already going ahead and giving the Cardinals. Now Marquise Brown is healthy and in this game. Okay, now I'm a little bit worried. Now, how are there enough balls to go around? But there are enough balls to go around because Marquise Guy, the guy who's been leading this team from a receiving standpoint, is not playing this game. So I'm not worried about Zach Ertz's production being cut into by the return of DeAndre Hopkins because Marquise Brown is out. And as for Zach Ertz, hell, we cashed him last week. He's cashed this bet in 5 of his 6. He's got receptions of 8, 6, 6, 6, 6, and 7. The guy is easily going over 4.5 receptions. And again, we got him to good cash last week against the Seattle Seahawks. The other piece of that, okay, people are worried about DeAndre Hopkins. I think I've done a good job of justifying why there shouldn't be a real concern over DeAndre Hopkins. Marquise Brown is not around, so not worried about that. The other piece is people are going to tell you Saints defend the tight end possession really well. That is a true statement. They're second best in the league. You know who is number 1 in the league, though, at defending that tight end position? It's the Los Angeles Rams. And against the Los Angeles Rams, he went for 6 catches on 10 targets for 45 yards. So, okay, it's the number 2 defense in the league in terms of defending the tight end position. Who gives a shit? Zach Ertz already cashed this bet against the number 1 tight end. Look, if you're involved in the game plan, as good as you are at defending a position, if the team wants to, incorporate you in the game plan, which clearly Zach Ertz is a part of the game plan each and every single week due to his catches and his targets, they're going to keep going to it. And they weren't shying away from the Rams when they faced them at week number 3, and they were the number 1 team in defending the tight end position. Nope. Still caught 6 balls on 10 targets. So, Don't care that DeAndre Hopkins is coming back. Cool. Maybe the Cardinals will get some points. Again, we're laying off the, first half under or first half against the spread just because, the Saints are just equally as bad. Just really, really bad. Again, we talked about that. I think it was either yesterday or Tuesday. So, all right, we're going to go ahead and roll with Zach Ertz. What about this other one here? Cardinals first drive punt at -105. I have shown here on DraftKings where you can find it just to try and help everybody out. It's under the game props category there on DraftKings. What I like about this one, absolutely like about this one, the Cardinals in their 6 opening drives have 5 punts. And they only have one thing where they actually got some points. So, but anyways, 5 out of 6 have been in a punt. The Cardinals convert 34.09% of their third downs. That ranks 28th in the NFL. Meanwhile, the Saints, from a defensive perspective, are tied for 5th best. They only allow 33.77% of their opponents to convert on the third down. So, love that. It's a struggling offense going up against good defense on third down. Obviously, Cardinals struggle opening games. Again, 5 punts out of their 6 opening drives. The Saints, they're 50-50. They've allowed 3 punts and 3 scores in terms of defending the opponent's first drive. So I'm just going to lean on the Cardinals and their absolute struggles to open games, and it continues through an entire half, but I'll just focus in on the first drive. Maybe Hopkins comes in. They're trying to force him the ball because he's back, and timing's just a tick off because it's the first game. All right, gladly go ahead and roll with the Cardinals' first drive ending in a punt, and that's how we'll roll right there. But one other thing to go ahead and roll with today over on FanDuel, you can do a same-game parlay risk-free. Let's go ahead and use some of that arbitrage money so it is risk-free, and then if it loses, we just earn a free bet. That's how we get so many free bets. People ask me, well, we're using arbitrage money, but then we're using them in spots where if it loses, we're doing it into a promo opportunity like tonight, and then we just earn a free bet. All right, so what am I going to put in my Thursday night risk-free promo? I am going to ride the trends of low-scoring first quarter, low-scoring first half. I'm not confident enough to bet it just because it's 2 really bad teams, but I'll drop it in a parlay. So we'll do under 7.5 points in the first quarter. We'll do under 20.5 points in the first half. I will do the Cardinals money line. We just know the success of Thursday night home teams generally winning more times than not, so I'll just ride that trend and put the Cardinals money line in there. And then I'll do Taysom Hill. Anytime touchdown. Kind of needed something to get the odds up to really make the pay, be the payout really be nice, and Taysom Hill is obviously one of the elite weapons there of the Saints. So I'll go ahead and hope he can be an anytime touchdown scorer. So that's how I'm rolling today, guys. A soccer bet, 2 NHL bets, and 2 Thursday night football bets along with the free rolls. How we're rolling tonight. I'll take some pressure off Ertz, but if Brown wasn't the guy, right? If we're talking about Brown missing and Brown was just like the number 2 or the number 3 wide receiver on the team, I get it. But you're basically swapping a 1 for a 1. Obviously, Hopkins is a lot better than Marquise Brown, but in terms of their depth chart and what they are to the team, you lost the number 1 wide receiver, and now you're gaining another 1 wide receiver. Will it take pressure off Ertz? Sure. I mean, you're going to probably respect DeAndre Hopkins a little bit more than you're going to respect a Marquise Brown. So, if anything, I guess that maybe that does help him and take some pressure off Ertz. I'm really not worried at that bet at all, given that Marquise Brown is down. Not worried at all. I mean, really not worried at all. So, yeah. All right. I don't think we've got any more comments. Sweet. We all get to go and enjoy our Thursday. What about baseball? Of course, you could go ahead and take the under. We know playoff baseball and playoff baseball unders, so you always have that on your side right there, fellas. Otherwise, I did not. Let's see. There's only Premier League games. There was Arsenal's in action today against PSV. Arsenal should certainly win at home, but PSV's been looking pretty nice in a couple of their competitions that they've been in, so I certainly laid off of that one. Maybe look to see lineups. Hey, Arsenal has got to you've been seeing rotation. They've rotated last time out against Bordeaux, but really like to see Arsenal's lineup. I'd like to see Arsenal's lineup and at home. I think they probably pull it out 2-1, but let's wait and see Arsenal's lineup. But I bet PSV can go ahead and get a goal there, so it'll be 2-0 or 2-1, 2-0 Arsenal would be my guess. But again, let's wait. Let's just wait and see, if we can get or when we can get lineups for that one. Game's at 12, so lineups drop at 11 a.m. Central Time. And then again for the baseball, what is it? Severino, Valdez. I would just take the under. You guys know playoff baseball, baby. All right, that's how we're rolling today. Rolling today, fellas. Nice day. We get Kaprizov and McDavid on the same day. It's like Christmas morning, fellas. All right, guys, enjoy your Thursday. Appreciate you guys hanging out with me here. We got a big show on Friday's slate. We got a weekend Premier League action. We got to go ahead and get you guys some NASCAR head-to-heads. And then, of course, our NFL bets are coming up on tomorrow's show. All right, fellas, enjoy your Thursday. Look forward to hanging out with you guys tomorrow. Let's cash, boys.